Welcome if you're just getting into class. Nice to have you on board. Easy does it. We have some yin yoga on the schedule tonight, which is always a nice respite from full out yoga. Some relaxation, some peace, some quiet. Welcome to all of my beautiful Zoom friends. If you happen to be live streaming on YouTube, that's an option now. And maybe you're brand new to this. We're a yoga tribe. We do yoga for everybody. And we start with the first 8 or 9 minutes in Shavasana, just lying on the back. You're in good company. Anytime two or more are gathered, good things happen. And there's no rush. You might wiggle your legs out a couple of times. Well, I see some more friends have cruised into class. Nice to have you. It's a hot day, so it's good to be low to the ground. I usually like to pick up my legs and just move them a little wider for a little more air conditioning and wiggle them, swallow once, circle my jaw. If you fall asleep, I'll wake you up. Are you willing to relax tonight? But do good yoga as well, of course. Heck, it's only 6:04. We got 4 or 5 more minutes on the back. Find a conscious breath. Maybe pay attention to a couple breathing cycles in a row. Got a couple more friends who cruised into class. We're still on the back practicing a Shavasana. Relax, sink into the floor, let your eyes roll back. Good. Let's begin to move our breathing deeper into our belly. Make more of a presence of the rise and the fall of the belly button. Couple more minutes. Also, check in with whatever you're feeling right now. Okay, biggest, deepest inhale you got. Big ol' inhale. And exhale, let it go. We are calm and peaceful soul, even polywog. Okay, take your arms up to the ceiling. Give yourself a good stretch up over your head. Writhe around a little bit. Do you have any first thing in the morning stretchy, euphoric feeling? Goofy grin. Good. Draw your knees in for some knee hugging and back rolling. Okay, kids, it's time to roll up. And as always, the first thing we do is we always say hi to Polly Wog. He's got his prison garb on tonight. Maybe he's maybe he's doing some time. Anyway, hi Pollywog. It's good to see you. Polly just turned 2. So we like to wave at Pollywog. He was just doing some down dogs for us. Anyway, it's great to see the rest of you. I had a bit of a dental procedure today, so my voice, maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't, but if I sound like I'm lisping or I say Mississippi wrong, forgive me. Anyway, it's so good to see you. There's the dentist that's actually responsible for my impairment right there, in fact. Okay, let's chant an Om together. I don't think Om has an S in it. Big inhale. And with our eyes closed, we'll just sit in perfect peace for 30 seconds, waiting for the wavelengths of our mind to calm down. This is true whether you're 2 or 22 or 32 or 42 or 82 or doesn't matter. Very good. Good turnout tonight. It's really good to see you. So we'll start with neck rolls. We'll just get going with some yin yoga. 1, nice turnout tonight. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do all the things, but in a quiet and peaceful way. 7, and 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax your head down for 8 delicious seconds of not having to do nothing. People always want us to do stuff. Sucks. So just nothing. Do people put demands on you? Do you have family members? Now we can bring our face back. Speaking of close friends, now there are some YouTube streamers watching this, but I'm talking to my Zoomers. If my voice sounds different or my diction or my enunciation, please leave me a chat. I would really like to know to see if you can notice. See if you can notice. Shoulders, 1, because it could just be my imagination. Sometimes my imagination, it runs away with me. Temptations, 1964, 5, 6, 7. Of course, to my own ears, it sounds like I've been drinking, and that's been a long time. Other way, 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people take small problems and turn them into big problems. 7, not me though. 8, good job. All right, let's do some of the poof. Up you go. And out behind your back. We're going to tickle our back on the way up. And now we can poof. Polly, do poof with us, young man. Polly says, I'm 2 years old. I'm going to do whatever I want. Grandma, get your hands off me. I'm wearing prison garb. I just escaped. Poof. I think I can say poof, fine. And poof. Arms out. Now arms forward. Now pull in and brush. Now while we're doing this, let's talk about our problems. I get to go first. Who has the biggest current problem? Both of my toilets are inoperative and a friend is coming over to stay. So isn't that wonderful? That's so cool. I'm so happy about that. I'm practicing super gratitude because you can always figure something out. Good. And now we're going to pause with our paws at our side. Sometimes we forget the convenience of plumbing. Drop your chin and close your eyes. Be grateful for something. Refrigerator, telephone, clean running water. Sometimes a good way to practice gratitude are all the things we would miss if we didn't have it. Good. Now we're going to push out with pause. Go wide. Now you might say, it's you who's having the gratitude problem, not me, and you'd probably be right. We'll go wide. Circle back, brush. I'm perfectly grateful all the time. Circle back, brush. One more. We're just about ready to get started. Go back and push. Inhale and out. Loverly. So when I do a seated forward fold, I have to back up, otherwise I'm going to bonk my head on my computer as I fold down. Now it's Wednesday, so you can I want you to find the right size of the pose for you. Some of you are inordinately flexible. You can easily bring your head down. So maybe tonight you let off a little bit off the gas pedal. But maybe you're a lazy person. You never ever try hard enough. So maybe you need to, just kidding, that's nobody in this class. Now from fingertips, long spine, look forward with lax shoulders. Exhale and deepen. It was hot today, but we can't complain about the weather because in Florida, they're under 15 feet of water. So we're lucky that we don't have hurricanes. Let's say a prayer for our friends, that they're safe and make it through. They pray for us when we have earthquakes. Now, let's walk our hands over to the right within reason. We're playing a game of Twister in high school. That was fun. Now, if you're stretchy and you're feeling good, put your left hand on your right hand and lean into your left side ribs, which used to be attached. Relax your chin. And then exert your left behind down a little. Inhale here. Good, and let's saunter. There's a good word with my mouth. Saunter over to the left. Now, optional right hand on left hand for bendy bears. Baby bear and mama bear can do that. Goldilocks, keep hands separate. Do drop your right armpit down a little bit. Some of you have what's known as flaring right armpit. Drop your head. We're not going anywhere. If we got here, that would be interesting. Und back to the center, please. Come up, my friends. We are off to a good start. Switch the cross. Should we do a bunch of weird things we've never done before? We will, just not yet. Come on down. There's going to be some gnashing of teeth and lamentation shortly. For my Old Testament friends, drop your chin. Drop your elbows. Maybe turn your elbow creases up. That widens your shoulder blades, whether you like it or not. Now, this is the time where we put one hand on top of the other hand and crawl our hands forward. We inhale together the same breath, and maybe our head comes all the way down to the floor in between our arm bones. Judge thyself not harshly if that doesn't happen. Don't be overly cocky if it does happen. And just got whacked by a plastic baseball bat, it looked like, by her grandchild. Something. All right, come on up, kitty cats. You know, I do not like crossing my legs this way, so I'm going to shift back to the regular way. Oh. Any of you have a sore neck? We're going to fix that right now. Right finger's back left corner. And we're just going to practice some of that patient stuff. Patient stuff. If you don't have patience, you'll become a patient. Drop your chin. Good, and come on up. And left finger's back right corner, and the thing tilts, tilt, tilt. By the way, I think many of you have had a 2-year-old child somewhere in your past, and there's that dreadful phrase, terrible twos. We're going to change that to the wonderful twos. I bet those of you whose child is not 2 years old anymore, I bet you actually kind of fondly reminisce about the wonderful twos. There was a good release there. I think my head almost came off. Oh, the relief. The wonderful twos. Okay, dokie. All right, we're going to stick with the ritual that served us so well for a score of years now. So we'll take our paws out in front, and I got some sore mitts from piano, bass, guitar, drums. I'm going to go side to side to open them up. Today I was excited. I left for my drum lesson with my brand new drum teacher way over in Lafayette, and there was an accident on Pleasant Hill Road and one on 24, and I could not get there. So, about that, every day, always an adventure. Bend your elbows, drop your chin, feel it, feel this amazing life. God has everything except for arms and hands, and so that's why she needs you. God has everything but limitation. That's why we're here. Thanks a lot. Okay, come up and out. And then we're going to sit unflattering country style for a sec. Wings out, in turtle, I have a festive colored t-shirt on, elbows inside of our knees. And I know many friends who can push their knees all the way together. I have many friends who cannot. Basically, the bottom line is I have many friends. Drop your chin and make ujjayi breathing, the whispery, throaty sound that maybe you're making anyway with your new lift. Maybe I should just shut up about it. Fantastic. Feet together, roly-poly, pollywogs left and right. Supposed to cool down 20 degrees in the next 2 days. Other way. Brr. Okay, shake them out, kids. Couple more regular things, and then we'll do some interesting stuff, I think. I think you'll like it, but if you don't tell me because I'm always looking for approval. Ups and downs, high. Did you go faster than me? Cup your hands at your heart, and I really cordially invite you to bless and love upon your own self for a moment. The good kind of blessing where we acknowledge ourselves as children of the infinite. Not the I'm better than everybody else, but I'm glorious and perfect just the way I am kind of blessing. This is really good for you. I think people should do it more, but at least we're doing it. Good. Now, we just got to do the feet. Okay, so right ankle over your left knee and just crank a doodle delic on your foot. My toes actually cracked. Yay. Other way. Now, it seems as though we've not done this one for a while where you just slide your foot in like this. Remember this one? And we would just, you slide your buns in until they dock with your heel like a spacecraft. Now, my knee is bulky at this one, but you can come in as far as you can. And I'm only going to bother Stephanie once tonight. She and I have an agreement. She's going to go over her left foot and bring her left knee down because it's not a problem. If you want to do that, go ahead. If I did that, there would be emergency vehicles heading down my street. She makes it look splendiferous. That's not a word, by the way. Good. Now let's get out of this mess. All right, and we'll extend our right leg out. Sorry, Stephanie. She's so good natured. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thence this. Now, can you slide all the way in till you run into your right heel? Can you then go over the top of your right foot and bring your right knee down? Then you lace your hands and you push your hands up to the ceiling. And boy, I've done that a lot, but this is fine with me. My toes used to just hate doing that. So I try to do less of what I hate nowadays. I think that's wise life strategy. Do what you love as much as you can. Good kids. Now we just come out of that and then happily we get on our back. Yay. Thank you, Stephanie. Sorry for bothering you. Now grab your big toes and we're going into rock and rolling, knee to knee. Now we're supposed to be so flexible like polywog that both knees are already down. But if they're not, you gotta rock and you gotta roll. Bill Haley and the Comets, Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, shocking music of the 50s where your hips would actually move. So we're rocking and rolling. On the Ed Sullivan Show in 1956, they weren't allowed to show Elvis Presley from the waist down. Things have changed a little bit. Good, now pause in the middle. Lift up your head. Look forward toward your bright future. Knees on the floor. Inhale. And you can relax your head down and just straighten your legs out to the side, as wide and as merciless as you can. Good, now let's release our feet and let them go up to the ceiling. And we're going to do a minute of legs up. Now I want you to decide for yourself, whether you want to point your toes or whether you want to dorsiflex your toes. You could do both. Try to settle on one and then hold still, damn it. And if you're getting your phone in this pose, you are so busted. You can fall asleep with your legs up if you want. Good, now we're going to do the splits out to the side because I get a lot of emails from people saying we should do that one where the legs go ripping out to the side more. Ankles, 5, 4. This is so good for you. 7. I don't know how I got to 7. 6, other way, 5. 7 just popped into my head. 2, 1. Now we're going to point our toes like ballerinas and ballerinos. Now maybe our legs don't go all the way out to the side, but most people can't. Now let's squeeze our legs back together. What do you say? Let's roll up and let's talk for a moment. I think we should just talk. I pulled a blanket out. It happens to be one of my Mexican yoga blankets. Now I recommend a blanket underneath your neck, even if you're one of my hypermobile friends, just for the feel good of it. Now we're going to bring our right knee in. We're going to extend our left leg out. Now some of you are so bendy that you don't feel this, so you should lift up your head, neck, and shoulders and wrap your right elbow around your knee. And if you're one of my extra bendy friends, wrap your left elbow around your right knee. And then let your head rest back down. And then this is the best of yin. We're yin this moment for a little while. I like my right elbow around my right knee. I can get my left elbow around, but then my head won't come back down without gruesome anguish. Now here's a fun one we used to do back in the day. Keep your right knee right where it is. Take your left leg up to the ceiling, okay? Left leg is up, hanging on to your right knee, and take your left leg all the way out to the side, all the way down to the floor, and yet keep your toes lined up with your eyes. Now, you might call this a bit of a predicament. Your hips are teeter-tottering. It kind of feels good and feels bad at the same time. Ugh. It just starts to get good right now. Good. Now bring that ruined leg back up. Excellent. Let it down. Wow, 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 wow. Good. Now extend out right leg, bring lefty in, huh? Same options. Lace your hands, left elbow or right elbow for the extra amazingly, outrageously bendy. Don't you want to be extra, extremely, outrageously bendy? Don't forget to relax all of your bones back down. Take advantage of the blanket underneath your head. If you're patient with this, we go, this does more than you think. Okay, let's get to the miserable part. Let's get to the better part. Right leg up, straight up, and feed your right leg out to the side, straight out to the side. But you're hanging on to your left knee and your left hip. And so now it's a battle for supremacy. And you wait, and you wait, and you wait. But remember, you're one of the people who will do stuff like this. Most people wouldn't dream of doing something like this. Too bad for them. Fabulous. Bring your leg back up if it's still attached. Good. Bring both knees in, grab your knees, and take your knees around in a circle. And circle the other way. Not so bad. Now let's lift up our head. I'm going to turn my head so I can see you guys. Now, once again, my left leg is going up. My left leg is going down. I'm going to reach and grab my right big toe. I like this sequence because it keeps me honest, and I need that. Rest your head down. Now, in a moment, we're going to do Supta Padangusthasana, which you don't say after a dental procedure. Supta Padangusthasana. And we're going to inhale. And we're going to exhale and straighten our right leg fully. Now, the serious yogis like Helga, she digs this one as the right leg straightens. Inhale, bend your right knee for the happy, sedated part. Exhale, fiercely straighten. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, bend your right knee, happy part. Now, if you want to reach up with both hands and grab your right foot, if you're one of those people, I think you should. I'm going to do it. I don't even make it look that good. We're inhaling. Exhale, fierce. Oh, God. Straighten. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go back to my right big toe. That's a bit much for me. Good. Now let's feed our right leg out to the side in out to the side pose. Now this is not restorative yoga. This is yin yoga. We're doing something. A lot of people are tuning in on YouTube going, nope, I'm not. I thought we were going to do the blanket and the sleeping thing. No, we're working. You could use a strap for this, but it takes so much time. Why not just do it? That's what my teacher used. Just do it. Ugh, now bring that root leg back up. Now let's take our right leg all the way over to the left, all the way down to the floor. Chances are your right shoulder will roll open. Ugh. Good. Now grab your right big toe with your left hand, take your right arm up to the ceiling, and open your right arm out to the side. You know what I like to say? If you don't like this sequence, too bad. I learned that from Helga. No messing around, just do it. 10,000 hours. I think we've all done about 10,000 hours of yoga by now. Good. Now let's bring our right leg back up, shall we? Good. And let your right leg down. Both legs down. Wiggle your buns. Momentary respite. Maybe I'll forget to do the other side. Probably not. Let's just do one side tonight. Okay, left knee in, you guys. Left knee comes in. Now I want you to decide whether it's both feet, both hands on your left foot, or you're just going to grab your left big toe. You can use a strap, of course. I don't mean to be mean. Good. And just this, knee bent, right leg out. Okay, lift up head, neck, and shoulders. Big inhale. Exhale, fiercely straighten. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, bend knee. You can lift head, neck, and shoulders for sanctuary. Sanctuary. Exhale, fiercely straighten. Supta Pada Gustasana, laying on your back. Hand to foot pose. Good. Inhale, bend the knee, bend the knee. This is a great sequence. Keeps you honest. It's doable. Exhale, fiercely straighten. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now let's just feed our left leg out to the sharks on the left side of the boat. Now maybe put your right hand on top of your right hip just to keep that down. Now, does my leg go all the way out to the side? Reasonably so. If somebody were judging me for that, that would be their problem. And everybody's feeling this because I don't think there's a perfect contortionist in this class. We're doing the work, you guys. Tapas, T-A-P-A-S, sustained, determined action over a long period of time. It's the only way to get good at anything. Good, now bring that leg back up, shall we? Now let's try this. Grab your left big toe with your right hand. Now take your left leg all the way over to the right, all the way down. Even if your left shoulder doesn't lift, you're my hero. You might already be my hero. Now our left arm can go up unencumbered, and we can open that all the way out to the side. And if you got your leg going one way and your arm going the other, with impunity, you are amazing. Wait for it. It's pretty obviously a twist. It's pretty obviously a gigantic IT stretch for the outside of our left leg. It's fun. It's a good neck stretch. Good chance to look at your ceiling. We look at a lot of our house, but why not enjoy your ceiling every now and then? I have a 25-foot ceiling. Crack, 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 says my spine. Good, kitty mittens. Now, bring that leg back up if it's still attached. Good. Now bring both knees in and just take them around in a circle. Other way. Now just hug your knees in as if you were jumped into your neighbor's backyard and decided to jump in their pool. Okay, now we're going to do a pretty hard pose, but I do a remedial version of it. It's called Supta Paschimottanasana. We're going to reach up and grab both sets of big toes with both hands, and we're just going to straighten our legs. And then if we were perfect people, our legs would fold completely over our body. Our knees would not separate, our chin would drop, and we would have full human range of motion. But in the absence of that, we're just going to grind it out for a couple more weeks. Okay. And then to conclude, we're gonna inhale and we're gonna do Supta Upavishta Konasana, where we open our legs fully out to the side. Our buns are not lifting, our chest is relaxed, our head is down, our legs are fully out to the side. And I like this one because of extra access to ceiling fan. Ugh, this was supposed to be relaxing class. It is. Good, now squeeze your legs back together. Bend your knees, put your hands on your behind, and let's roll up with Alacrity. Whoop. Where did everybody go? Oh, there you are. Hello. Hello. It's good to see you. How's the time? Excellent. Better check my chat, see if anybody has any. No, it's some strange person that texts me, some very strange, but it's none of you guys. So I presume my voice sounds pristine and fabulous. I'm excited about that. Thumbs up from the dentist. Ha ha. I suspect some motive in that. Okay, we're going to meditate for 1 minute and then we're going to do some on the belly stuff. So close your eyes, drop your chin, and let's say to ourselves inside of our head that we're calm, peaceful souls. We just did huge stretch of the back of our body. We're going to stretch the front part in a moment. I hear someone in my front yard. Probably going to have to mess with them. Okay, let's chant an Om and we'll conclude with some wonderful front of body stretching. Inhale. Okay. Hi, how you doing? This is also called laying prostate. One time I was doing a class with a bunch of teacher trainees and I was helping train them, and a new teacher said, "We're laying prostrate," and I was the only person in class able to do that. Now we're going to cross our right forearm in front of it, bend your left knee, and for me to reach back and grab my left foot with my left knee issue it's interesting. I know for you it's super easy. So I want you to pull your left knee up all the way to the ceiling and bring your head back and tickle the back of your head with your left toes. Just go ahead and do that. Stephanie says, no problem. Good. Let's release that side. All right, now left forearm crosses in front. Don't worry if you're not perfect at this pose. Very few humans are. Reach back and grab righty foot. I know some really good people that are probably going to go to heaven. They can't grab their foot because it's not a prerequisite for getting into heaven. Thank God. Now, just lift your right thigh and knee all the way up to the ceiling and look back over your head at your foot. Almost any 7-year-old Romanian gymnast can do that. I can see why people wouldn't do this. I really can. Good, now we'll release that side. Most yoga teachers don't say that, I don't think. All right, now, of all the poses, Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose. Good. Now I like Sphinx because I can turn it into a little bit of a cobra I can get some back bend going on. Then bend your knees while you're doing cobra. And if you want to start to straighten your arms and bring your head back, but I'm not going to. This is all the back bend I need to be amazing in life. Good. Now I want you to make yoga fists really strong. I want you to drop your chin. And now I want to counterpose by squeezing your heels to your butt and lifting your tummy, dropping your chin, and hugging your feet and your hands into fists. I want you to squeeze like somebody that's squeezing. And a pregnant porcupine is going to walk underneath your belly button, so you better lift. Higher, squeeze, and relax, come down. All right, now, Donner Party of 7. This is spinal extension where you crawl your hands so far forward till your armpits tear, then walk your feet back, and then bring your hands into prayer way out in front of you. And if you're pretty flexible, lift your head and try resting your throat on the floor. If that's too much, just plow your head down into the floor and bring your ankles together and push your toenails away from you. And then pre-stretch yourself as stretchy as you can, please. Good. Now inhale, because that's good for you. On exhale, we're going to swim our arms back by the side of our body. We're going to reach back and grab both of our ankles simultaneous. Good. Now, for a lot of humans, just grabbing both feet at the same time is amazing. But I like just lifting my chest and leaving my thighs down. Then when I push my feet away from me, I super stretch my t-shirt. And if you're really good at this pose, if this is the one you mostly wait for, then go buck wild, okay? Good. Now, release it. Come down to your left ear. Let go of your legs and just jiggle your stuff for a second. Your generic stuffings. Right ear. Okay, now we're going to strengthen our back by going face down. We're going to lift our chest and our legs into Shalabhasana, locust pose. Locust is a street in Walnut Creek with a bunch of bars where people get arrested a lot. Lift up really high. You can lace your hands behind, pull your wrists in together, and slide your thumbs down your Cracus Maximus if you'd like. 5, 4, 3, 1. Come down to your left ear. Let your arms go flop. Let your legs jiggle. And 15 seconds of nothing. Blessed, merciful nothing. Good stuff. So that was about 12 seconds. Now, plant your hands and let's come up to knee plank. What do you say? All right. Now, tonight, all we're doing is knee plank, but my elbow's kind of bugging me. I just want to throw in a couple of knee push-ups. So if you wouldn't mind, you can just watch me do some, or you can maybe do a couple yourself. I'm going to leave that up to the yogis. Okay. Oh, no problem. Piece of cake. Barely an inconvenience. Plus, I know how much you guys like doing push-ups. I'm always getting texts about that. Okay, now you guys go back to child's pose, which I don't do. I'm going to do cats and cows instead. But if you have one of those really groovy child's pose with your toes together, knees wide, and your buns come down to the floor, otherwise you can do some cats and cows. Yogi's choice. I always wanted to be able to have my knees wide, toes together, and get my cheeks down on the floor and do a deep child's pose. But cats and cows aren't bad. Okay, now, friends, let's reconvene on the scene. This is always a nice place to come back to the center, isn't it? Where we sit for a moment. Hi, Pollywog. Good to see you. Okay, let's chant an Om. I'm kind of breathless because push-ups are good for me. Big inhale. We are calm and peaceful souls. Just took roll. Everybody's still in class. Good job. Don't think I don't notice. Now, from here, you know what we haven't done a lot of? We should twist. So let's do one we've not done for a while. How about our right leg out? What do you think about that? I think you like that idea. Now, what you do is you bring this up. It goes like this. And you're thinking, this isn't very much of a twist. And you'd be right, but just you wait. Now, this goes over like that. Now, really stiff people, nothing personal. You put your right elbow around your left knee. Pretty cool. Then you take your left hand and you stab your intestines in so they fit better. Then you hold this here. You take your right arm way up. You turn much left and you take your elbow outside your knee, right? Now, some of us need our left hand to brace ourselves. Now you reach your right arm out like this, and then you slide your right shin toward yourself until you can grab your shin if you want. Good. Now turn left. Okay. Keep a nice exertion out through your right heel. Relax your shoulders. If you're reaching and grabbing your right shin, tremendo. Good, kids. Now we're going to bring the arm back up cleverly. Now, this left knee is going to drop down. The right shin is to then fold under cleverly. These body things are so hats off. Hugs. Right arm under. And ups and downs and lefts and rights to get out painful patterns of perception, annoyances, irritations. Does anything annoy you? No, I'm completely fine with that. Now we're going to take our elbows all the way to the right, face all the way to the left, tilt your head to the left, close your eyes, and very simply, be beautiful. It's important to think of ourselves as beautiful creatures. I'm in the deepest, most profound sense of beauty, of course. Good, kitty cats. Now bring it back. Undoes. Lefty leg out. It's a nice sequence. All right, now righty pulls in. Righty crosses over. Good, and then just grabbing this and hanging on for dear life ain't bad at all. Hey, cat, kitty, kitty, kitty. Left elbow in front. This is a good twist. Take your fingers and tuck your spleen in. Is your spleen sticking out? Tuck it in. Right arm up. Whoop. I'm sorry, now left arm up instead, way up. Exhale very much, turn to the right, elbow outside your knee. And my computer's in the way, otherwise I would reach down and grab my left calf. Now, if you don't need your right arm to brace you, why not just tuck it behind your back and show how amazing you are? But if you need your right hand to keep from smashing your face down into the floor, I'd recommend that. Close your eyes, chest and face to the right. Hold here. Squeeze ick out, I-C-K. I will never run out of yoga poses. That is just so cool. I've got $1 billion in the yoga bank. Good. Now, let's come out of twistiness. Take elbow off. Right knee is to fall. Left shin tucks under cleverly. Good counter pose. Hugs. Left arm under. Ups and downs, lefts and rights, circles. Whatever floats your boat. Good chest, elbows way left, face way right. Close your eyes, drop your chin. Everything is always working out for us. Everything works out for good for those who love good. Not everybody does, but they'll learn the hard way. Good, friendly friends, and we'll bring hands back to the center. And it's the top of the hour, so we're gonna take thumbs into middle, center, bottom of feet, and we're gonna massage in as deep as you can without injury. That takes some bravery. Push in pretty strong. Drop your chin, close your eyes, and in your third eye, in your visualization, see a triangle between the center of your 2 feet, which you can feel, and your third eye. Make a beautiful triangle with whatever colors you like. If you're an artist, be an artist. And if you're not, you are one. You just don't practice. That's the Holy Trinity, isn't it? Observer, observed, and process of observation. All right. Now I release my beloveds into Shavasana for 5 or 6 minutes. I'm going to hold time and space, and I'm done bothering you. And I hope you relax very much. I wonder how you say kiss in German. Have a beautiful evening. And if you're going into Shavasana, extra super relaxing. I bet some of you really need some relaxation and peace. So, bonus relaxing minutes, fall asleep if you want. Okay, my beautiful friends, hasten back slowly. Take your time. Just start to head back to your body. Feel your way back in. Bring back lots of feel good with you. How about a nice deep breath back in? Wiggle your fingers and toes, circulate super feel goods. Ecstasy if you want, I wouldn't stop you. And when you're ready, curl onto your right side. Take your time. And love all over yourself. If you won't, I will. So go ahead. And with our eyes closed, because those are the rules, we sit up together. We reassemble ourselves, feeling pretty good in our body. Pause into our most beautiful hearts. If I go deep into my heart, you go deep into yours, and we go deep into ours, I bet we come to the same place together. And that place is called Namaste. Okay, what I like to say lately is that's the best class we've ever done because it's the one we just did. And we're in the prime of our life and we're in the right place at the right time. So, quick gallery view of good friends. About 20% of the class is still here. So, let's say hi to the coolest people that stay to the end. You know who you are. Stephanie, yay. Hi, Stephanie. It's great to see you, sweetie pie. Always good to have you in class. Hope you're thriving and prospering. Kristen, yay, Kristen. Hello. Good to see you. Send me a text. Tell me how I sounded, would you? She works for my dentist. And then Stuart. Hi, Stuart. Good to see you. Stuart, you always look so strong and healthy. I just love that about you. Eileen Zeiger. It's pretty good to see her because we always need to curb our enthusiasm. My friends, I love you. I want you to drive safe this weekend. Have all the time not laboring, and I'll see you guys next week.